Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video I will be giving you guys my thoughts and feelings regarding the big season finale for The Mist, which premiered earlier tonight on Spike TV. It is the end of season 1. I'm not going to call it a series finale because we do not know yet. There has been no confirmation or announcement yet if this show has been renewed for a second season or not. So for now, this is the season 1 finale episode review. Obviously, if you're not caught up on The Mist or by the season finale, do not keep watching or listening, as I will be going into big spoilers, because this was a pretty big episode. So, you have been warned. That being said, it was all right. Not the greatest, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. I gotta say this much. I was very pleased, and it was very satisfying to watch Kevin beat the hell out of Adrian. You know, he deserved it for being a lying little creepy shit. And, I was a little upset to see his escape, but I was glad we didn't see his fate unresolved. Obviously, he's hiding in the back of the truck with the two soldiers, still severely beaten. But I was glad to see Kevin serve some kind of justice on him, just, pummel him mercilessly. So well done, Kevin. Good job. And I'm also glad that he revealed the truth to his wife and his daughter, that Jay didn't do it, that it was Adrian. And I'm sure they both felt shocked and devastated and probably guilty for their suspicions about Jay. I gotta say, I was very surprised that the police chief did not kill Mrs. Raven or himself, because I could have sworn he was going to do either one, because he had become so broken and unhinged by this episode. I thought he was just going to say screw it all and then just blow his brains out or something. But he did not do that. In fact, he got in the car with our main characters, and now they're stuck with him and he's stuck with them. Oh, you know what I did like, and I had almost forgotten about this until they did the previously on the Mist thing. I had forgotten about the mystery of who Alex's father was. And as that little standoff scene was happening and they kept cutting back and forth between Eve and the chief, I'm like, oh, this is the father, and this is how she's going to try to save her daughter. She's scraping the bottom of the barrel here, Eve was, and she was trying to convince the police chief, this is your daughter, help us, save us, or at least save her. And I thought that was really interesting. Hell of a time to reveal your parentage to your child and to the baby daddy as well, in a horrible standoff situation such as that. But she didn't really have much of a choice, because they were about to throw them out there into the mist, and she was getting desperate, and she played the final card she had left in her hand, and we got to figure out who Alex's real father was. And it was also kind of a gross realization too, because you realized, ooh, she made out with her brother. She has the hots for her brother. Ooh, ick. Ugh. But then again, we all watch Game of Thrones, and at this point, does incest really bother us anymore? I'm just kidding. No, when they made that reveal, I was like, oh, because it's like, ew, brother and sister are having at it. Ew. But you know what? And we also saw some bloodshed. We lost the woman who was Eve's friend when that prick security guard shot her. That was pretty shocking. We lost Jay, of course, to the Mist itself, which was pretty sad, because not only had the poor bastard been accused the whole time, but now he died never knowing the truth, that it was Adrian and not him who did it. And he never got a formal apology from Eve or Alex or anyone else. He died saving his sister, though, so that was noble of him. Although at the time he probably still had the hots for her. But he's dead now, unfortunately. And, I thought he was going to survive this episode. I thought his dad was going to die. We did say goodbye to crazy old Mrs. Raven, and I'm assuming an origin. I'm assuming the reason for her madness, even before the mist descended upon the town and possibly the whole country. And I think that's what this scene represented, is that she lost her baby years and years ago when she and her husband were trying to have a kid, and they don't say how or why, but I'm guessing she had a miscarriage of some kind, and that clearly traumatized her to the point of, mental health issues, because she was always a little loopy before the mist happened. And I think, her death scene explains that. It explains a lot of who she was and why she was the way she was. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I can't say I'm gonna miss her because she was pretty nuts. And then I was also surprised that Adrian didn't die. I thought Adrian was gonna die this episode. Like Kevin was gonna shoot him, or maybe Alex or Eve, one of them was gonna shoot him or kill him at some point. But unfortunately, the little bastard is still alive. Now, if we get a season two, hopefully justice will be truly served upon him. So we'll see. I also thought it was interesting how I also liked how they revealed, oh yeah, it seems like the government is feeding the mist because even Kevin says it's the last line of the season, they're feeding it. And it's like they had a train full of prisoners, they pushed them off the train because all these guys are in orange jumpsuits. So they're feeding the mist. Now, why would the government try to feed the mist? Is it to protect the rest of the civilian populace? Is that what they're doing? Or is there a deeper meaning? Because the mysterious soldier Wes seems to know a lot of answers about Jonah, his past, who he really is, and what his connection is to the mist and to the woman, Dr. Bruin, that was torturing him. And hopefully Jonah makes his way back to our main group eventually. I am glad, though, that our group has kind of grown and also reconnected. Kevin's reunited with his wife and daughter with the mixture of the drug addict and the video game store nerd guy. I'm starting to like him a lot. And now, of course, the unhinged police chief as well, who is the real father of Alex. Yeah, and then I also loved. Oh, I thought this was fun. I thought this was pretty cool because as soon as he stopped the car, I'm like, "What is he doing? What is he? Oh, he's gonna ram its ass back into the mall and allow the mist to descend into the mall as one giant middle finger to everybody in the mall. He was like one giant fuck you, and he, of course, that's exactly what he did. He threw it in reverse, told everybody, put your seatbelts on. Put it in reverse, they go back, and they descend the mist upon everybody. Now, to be fair, not every single person was as bad as Gus or the security guard or the several other individuals who were being the real problem. There's a lot of innocent people there, but it's best not to dwell on it, I think. But I am curious about Gus, though. Speaking of Gus, we didn't exactly see what became of him. It looks like he was stuffing a bunch of papers and files into a bag or something, and he was trying to escape the mist that was now overwhelming everybody in the mall and killing them all individually. I'm wondering if we're going to see him again or if we're supposed to assume that he died or he's dead now. We saw the security officer die, we saw the one nasty lady die, and we saw a lot of other people die as well. And I think what this episode also confirmed is that the mist doesn't necessarily have monsters or creatures in it. I think it's something that feeds off of people's fear, paranoia, and subconsciousness, because the security guard was being covered with snakes and he was clearly afraid of them, so he was afraid of snakes. And we saw Mrs. Raven being confronted by her dead husband and dead baby, so obviously a past personal pain. But yeah, overall, it was an all right season finale. Not the greatest, and certainly not everything happened that I was hoping to see. I guess the most satisfying to see was Kevin beat the hell out of Adrian, and I was so bummed that he got away. But at least they didn't leave his fate in terms of a cliffhanger. So I am curious if this show is going to get another season or not. If it doesn't, I won't be super sad about it. I'll be just a little disappointed. But what did you guys think of the season finale? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Were you able to call out or predict a few things? Please leave your thoughts, opinions, and your feedback down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear from everybody. As usual, of course, please keep it civil and be respectful of one another's beliefs. You may disagree with one another, of course, but just please keep it civil and no internet trolling, please. Thank you so much for joining me for the first season of The Mist, all of which premiered on Spike TV. Great network, good stuff there. And overall, it was a fun time watching it with you guys and doing my reviews. I hope you enjoyed these review videos as much as I do. And thanks for watching. Have a great rest of the night. And don't forget to check out my Facebook page in the description down below and subscribe to this channel for more TV reviews like this. All right, guys, have a great rest of the night. And of course, until next time, may the force be with you.